Morning guys, how are we doing? Hope you're good. Friday morning, Friday vibes. Hope you're feeling them. So today we're going to just very quickly talk about indecisiveness, indecision, not making that decision, stalling, procrastinating. God, it's something that used to piss me off completely and something that sets me off big time when I can't make a decision. I had a little incident of it yesterday which reconfirmed what I wanted to talk about today. But when we was in the Marines, when we was in the military, I was always taught to make positive decisions or take charge in our decisions, because when we take charge in our decisions, what we do is we make a decision, but we accept that if it's not the right decision, it's not the end of the world. Unless you're in theatre, unless you're in Afghan and you go the wrong way or make a decision and you get slaughtered. But you're taught to have the confidence in a decision that you're going to make. Rather to make a decision than stall midway between any type of decision that you need to make. So through training and through basically the whole of my career, when I did my sniper course, when I did my physical training course, then practiced both of those, it's imperative that you learn to make a decision and stick to that decision. And then actually, if it's not the right decision, you kind of go, okay, well, at least I did something and made a move and decided to do something. It might not have been the right one every single time, but you know, you think about in life how many decisions we make daily, weekly, monthly, and how they affect different parts of our life. You know, I've made decisions that have been life-changing. When I decided, you know, when I was in my lowest point in my life, you know, and I was drinking a lot and I was just fucking mentally fucked. My mental well-being wasn't stable. Decisions that I was making were poor because I was drinking a lot. You know, I was not valuing the people that were closest to me, so I was making lots of poor decisions there. You know, but then I made the decision to come out of that, and that decision was the best thing that I ever did. You know, my decision to join the Royal Marines was the best thing I ever did. You know, with decisions comes a lot of anxiety and stress, because if we don't make those decisions to do something, so if we decide that we want to try and do something about your gut or do something about your mental well-being or just a stressful side of your life, and you decide not to make that decision, that creates a lot of anxiety, that creates a lot of stress and frustration, because you want to make a decision but you're just fucking stalling. And you're probably stalling because when it comes to any of us making a decision, we have a lot of self-doubt about the decision that we're making. So for a lot of people that invest in with me, so when they come into my brotherhood group, you know, they have to make a decision about whether they're going to invest with me or within the brotherhood program. And, you know, in the back of my mind, it's the skeptics. I'm a skeptic, even though I know people that I work with or I've invested with. I'm super skeptical, and that's only human nature to be like that. The self-doubt. Is this going to work for me? Am I going to waste my money? Blah, 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 blah. And then you end up sitting on the fence line. And when you're sitting on that fence line, you're really not making, you're being very indecisive. You know, you're not making that decision. And that just keeps pissing you off. And you ever realise when you get to that point, you go, so fuck it, I'm just going to do it. And you've probably wasted about a month or two where you could have just said that back then. So when it comes to you making a decision, stick to it, okay? Go all in. If it doesn't happen and it doesn't work, then so fucking what? Who cares? You know, you'll come back and you'll learn, and time will pass, and you'll make a better decision later on. You know, I've made decisions where I've invested in particular things, people or products or advice or experience from other people. Some's paid off, some hasn't. You know, I've lost some money, yeah, but that's not the end of the world unless you reach out and risk and put yourself out your comfort zone when it comes to that decision making. You're never gonna really know. And wouldn't you rather know and get it right or wrong, rather than sitting on the fence line thinking, what if? And I think when it comes to you and your health and your well-being, making a decision to start a journey, you must stick with that decision. But if you're sitting on a fence line, you're like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to join the gym. I don't know if I'm going to join swimming. I don't know if I'm going to do something online. And you're fucking around and wasting so much time. And before you know it, that time has passed and elapsed. And you could be so much further down the line in your journey if you were just fucking manned up and made a decision. Every decision you make is going to have some form of risk. Okay? You should have some form of risk. Of course it is. Especially when you're paying out money. When you buy a car, you take a risk. You don't know if it's gonna like be an old banger underneath or not. You don't know what you're getting. When you buy a house, you don't know whether the structure of the house, you know, you have your survey, but you don't know later down the line whether the roof's gonna cave in. You know what I mean? When you meet a girl or a guy, you don't know if that, you make a decision, you don't know if that's gonna work out, you don't know if they're a nutcase, you know, Psycho Sally. You don't know these things. You don't know if you invest in me and come and work in a brotherhood. You do know, because there's no way that I'd rip you off. But you don't know if you're gonna, if somebody that you're gonna work with online is gonna rip you off. You just don't know that. But you have to take that chance. You have to. That's part of life experience, right? That's how you gain valuable experience in life, by making a decision, sticking to it, and as if you're gonna work for you, you're gonna make it work. Or it was a bad decision, and you go, fucking bad decision, stick that in the bad decision box, fucking done. Let's go on to the next thing, next thing, next thing, and keep growing and keep growing and keep growing. Okay, and for me, anxiety, it comes about and is enlightened because I never make a clear decision, and it makes me anxious. I'm like, fucking hell. And then that leads on to other emotions, and then you're stuck in that rut and down that funnel. Okay, you have to wait till you have to get a grip of yourself then and try and snap out of it. But I think my main message is just be clear on the decision. Understand, yes, there are risks. Understand things don't work out, but rather know that you've made a decision, rather than sitting on a fence line for the rest of your fucking life. Would you want to sit on your fence line for the rest of your life? No, thanks. I want to fucking make a positive decision. That's either going to go fucking boom straight to the top, or it's going to fucking crash and burn, and I've learned a valuable lesson in life. All right, guys. And I thought I'd bring that up because decision making. Yesterday I didn't make a decision, so I dropped a weight on my foot. So I was either going to go for this run or go do jiu-jitsu, and I did jiu-jitsu, and it was the right decision. Because it was a great session. I felt really good afterwards. You know, I didn't aggravate my foot either too much, but I was getting anxious and pissed off because I was not making a fucking decision. I was sitting here and I wasted 20 minutes. You know, I knew what the plan was. I was going to run to jiu-jitsu, do jiu-jitsu and get the train back. But, you know, dropping the weight on my foot, fucking, I just could not make a decision afterwards. And it's frustrating and it affects the day. So I just wanted to share that with you and for you to take that away with you on board for today. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you have a great Friday. God, I'm dying in my eye there. And I'll catch you over the weekend at some point. Take it easy.